Energize show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energize, brought to you by Forged Irish Stout. Ross,
Are you intoxicated or something?
introduce the guest, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only. It is the future Ian Machado. Gary, Ian, welcome back to the show. You've taken over the world since the last time we spoke. How are you doing?
Lads, it's hard not to be bad right now. I'm good. Everything is awesome. I am excited to be back at a fight camp again. We know this is the fourth fight I'll be taking part in this year. We're consistently rolling in, we're rolling out, we're just climbing the ladder, and I'm doing exactly everything I said I would do.
No, that's
For the people tuning in right now, make sure to check out Ian Machado Gary back in action at UFC 296. Ross, we're buzzing for it here, yeah?
yeah, man. I can't wait. Ian, over the last ever since you've entered the UFC, I feel like every UFC fight week has been an Ian Gary fight week. You know, the meteoric rise has been absolutely incredible. Like, how does that superstardom feel? And like, we can see you making smart decisions inside and outside the cage. Like, tell us, what's it been like? It's been a roller coaster.
Firstly, it's been awesome. It's been absolutely awesome from start until now. My career has just been to the moon, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. But to be able to be surrounded by such amazing people and have a team around me that love the journey the way I do and are excited by the little things like post pre-fight workout in Boston, lads, that was nuts.
Yeah.
Curtis, my cameraman, went there an hour before and was like, rang me in Layla and was like, this is ridiculous. Like, there's too many people there. Like, not everyone's gonna be able to get in. And I'm like, perfect, good. We'll do it on the street if we have to. It's just incredible. It's exciting. It's everything I've wanted. Do you know what I mean? I told you guys early on how good I knew I could be, and I'm showing you how good I am right now. And everyone, you, the fans, me, we still haven't seen the full potential yet, and it's coming. Trust me. The more and more and more I work, the more I travel. I promise you guys, it's coming soon.
Yeah, I think I remember the first time you actually came from Mazgaff and we had a cup of tea on the couch and a sit down.
Yeah.
And I actually, and even the young, confident future Ian Gary at the time, I don't think even he had how smoothly and how like flawless this run has gone. Like I think with each fight, obviously your confidence builds further and further. I know some people might say that's not possible, but we can see it within yourself, and like seeing you mature as a person as time goes on as well. It's been absolutely incredible to see. And then also, obviously you came back to Dublin there recently. We saw like the fans like flock to you at every time, so it's great to see you get that Irish rub. And then we saw yourself and Paul Hughes had a bit of a dinner there. In the Black Forge Inn. Tell us, what was it like sitting down with Conor? Because you sat down with him on, I think, 2 occasions. One with the whole team, then one with yourself and Paul as well. 3 occasions. Yeah, so what was that like? Because obviously he was a hero of yours growing up. So what was it like to spend that much time with him? And then tell us a bit about what was it like to spar the main man?
So coming back to Dublin has been something I've wanted to do for a while, but I haven't been able to, just purely on the basis of how active I've been. I love being active. To your point about the flawlessness of my performances and my rise is because I'm so active, because every single day I'm going, how can I learn? How can I grow? And how can I get better? And the more I compete, the more comfortable I feel. So that has been really hard for me to get back to Ireland. And we've seen an opportunity and we're like, right, we have to go back and let's go back. Let's do almost a victory lap and celebrate with friends. Like, just go back and enjoy being in Ireland. And it was amazing. The fans were awesome. Like, people were just, it was funny because people were really respectful. Like, I would see people clock who I am and be like shaking, like going, what do I do? What do I do? And they're like, hey, they just say hello. And I was like, what's up? How are you? But I knew it was a lovely respect. So I felt like I had people that were like, hey, how are you? I'd have people that would just say nothing and just look and smile. And then I'd have people who literally lost their shit and were like, I need a photo. If I don't get a photo of you, I'm gonna hate it. And I was like, come on, let's go. So that was really awesome to see, like, kind of the three tiers of like respect, but it was awesome. And look, I get love everywhere I go. So to come home and to get just as much love as I do everywhere else was absolutely incredible. And then obviously I met the big man, got to sit down with Conor, got to chat with him, got to train with him. It was the most surreal moment of my life. Like the fact that we were stood in Cumberland Boxing Club, boxing gloves on, and I look across the ring and I'm like, that's Conor. That's fucking gas. But it was honestly, it was such a cool moment. I'm very, very blessed and grateful that it happened. And yeah, it was very, very exciting time.
Obviously, I don't want to like ask you about the sparring because that's not really something that should be talked about. But was it funny that like obviously one of your first things was boxing, and one of his first things was boxing, and then like you were boxing each other like in a boxing ring in probably a fairly empty gym that people would probably pay thousands of pounds for a pay-per-view for, and it was just the two of you. It must have been incredible.
You know what? It was nuts because he sent me a message like half an hour before, so I was like, right, I'll get up, I'll go, and we'll go do some training. Now, I've been to Cumberland loads of times. I've fought in Cumberland, sparred in Cumberland loads of times. I've been there probably 20 times before. And it was cool to go back there and then to be able to have the ability to train with Conor was absolutely sensational. But it was just nuts. And mate, the feeling in the room was so cool. Like you knew that like this would sell out a stadium. But instead, what we're doing is two people who have so much respect for each other are meeting up. They're training, they're chatting, they're having a laugh, and it was so incredible. And I'm forever grateful. It was a moment I will never forget. As a fan, as someone who was in the position I am in now because of someone's footsteps and the ability to go, he did it, why can't I do it? And then to be able to sit there and chat to that guy in any way, shape, or form was incredible.
Yeah, from watching no, obviously you were taking part, Ian, but watching the clips where it was just so surreal, I mean, like the way you're you're now one of the big names in the division. Like Conor, obviously, like he's the biggest name in the fight game. Just going against each other, just like honing your skills, like the respect there, like just the way it's like Irish MMA. It's just like, and then obviously just way more you see Irish fighters as well. It was just such a real surreal moment, Ross. The whole Irish community in MMA were just like, wow, that's unbelievable. Carry on.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I brought there was a point at which, lads, when we were doing the MMA spar, you've seen it in the video that he posted, where he brought out like the OG Conor, like the split stand squat, the hand came out and the spin started coming. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I know what's coming next. I've watched you too many times to not know what you were going to do next. I knew there was a spin coming. I was like, get the fuck out of here. But lads, honestly, that was like, as a fan, it was super exciting because I got to see the best to ever do it. And I got to feel his strike and his power, his awkwardness, and it was absolutely incredible. And yeah, I'm just, mate, lads, it just makes me even more excited for when he's going to go back.
One thing I will say is obviously people draw comparisons between yourself and like in ways you're very much alike and in ways you're totally different. And it's very interesting to see. But like one thing that I will say that you are quite aligned with is you both have like great ways of like making income outside the fight game and looking for business opportunities outside the fight game. What was it like to get advice on those sort of topics?
Honestly, like Conor's a ridiculously intelligent man when it comes to the work inside the octagon and the work outside the octagon. There's no one in this world that's ever going to deny that. He is super successful in both aspects. I'm doing it my way as well. I've got an amazing team surrounding me, and to be able to sit there and just chat to him about little things was awesome. So honestly, that stuff, I just like to be able to just sit down and listen to someone who's so smart, so intelligent, so successful is awesome.
Yeah, I think obviously building your brand for when you finish in the fight game as well is huge. And like obviously no one obviously he's not finished yet, but like when he does finish, like he's probably earned as much, if not more, money outside fighting as he has some fighting, which is incredible.
I mean, here's the thing with me, and I said this to Conor himself. It's like the money's not an issue for me. That's not what I'm in this sport for. I said, if I'm in this sport for legacy, I want to be considered as the best to ever do it. And everyone has opinions, but I at least want my name in that hat. If someone's bringing up the GOAT of the sport, my name has to be in it. And he's like, you can do both. And that's what I thought was cool, because I'm like, I get it, I hear you, I understand it, but people talk about money, money, money. Conor's been so phenomenal at what he did that he did both. Do you know what I mean? The first ever to win 2 world titles at the same time. Do you know what I mean? The double champ, the original double champ. And then you go out there and you have all the success in the world, fighting Mayweather, fighting the Khabibs, doing all the sponsorship deals, opening up his own pub, bringing out his own whiskey, all of these things. He's just an incredible businessman. So for him to do both is exactly the type of success that I want to have. And right now, still to this day, I earn more money outside the octagon than I do in the octagon, because that is what me and my team try to put our focus on. That when I fight, I don't fight for money like most people. I fight for joy. I fight because when I get into that octagon, that's my fun. That's where I get to go in there and compete against the best in the world and go in there and show the world just how good I am. And nothing else matters.
Yeah. Now, Ian, watching you last time in the octagon, you could see you were having fun. You were booting Neil Magny around the place. Also, shout out to Conor as well, supporting the Energize show. Forge Irish Stout, baby. But like, Ian, you're also training in SBG as well. I know you're there for Conor getting his black belt. Also, like training in SBG as well. And then like I saw John Kavanagh was just on with Ariel talking about how good you were as well. Like the whole community is really, really like just really hyped about you.
They should be. They fucking should be. I'm unbelievable, lads. I've been telling you this since I was a teenager. I am unbelievable. And the way my brain works and the way I look at fights and the way I calculate stuff is just different to people out on the planet. I have a different wavelength, a different understanding of the way fighting works. And I can go in there and I can manipulate and manhandle people in any way, shape, or form that I want to, because I'm that much better than them. And this fight game, this fight with Luque, the fight with Magny, the fight with D-Rod, it's all the same stuff, just repeated in different ways. I will find a way to have success and I will win every single time because I'm that much better than everyone. So everyone should be excited.
And shout out to Better while we're here.
We are excited. Of course we're excited. Ian, this is why we cover this sport, you know what I mean? Like seeing you doing this, seeing like all the other Irish UFC athletes, like even the likes of the PFL, like people fighting all over the world, even the boxers. Like this is why we love covering this sport, isn't it, Ross?
Absolutely. And I'm leading the fucking way, so people should be excited because I'm the guy leading the charge.
You are
13 and 0, baby. 13 and 0.
I'm already exactly. 14 and 0 in my mind, lads. Don't be mentioning the number 13 to me. I'm 14. Right? Lads, I have to love you and leave you, so I have something else to do now. I love you. It's been a pleasure. December 16th. Stay tuned. Be ready, because I'm going to go out there and I'm going to finish Vicente Luque whatever way I want to.
We love it, man. You're the man, Ian. Thanks a million for joining us. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see you sitting across that press conference from Leon Edwards as well. I'm sure that will make a few headlines. That was an interesting one. Can't wait to see that as well. It will be another Ian Garry fight week. We can't wait for it. That's just the way it happens each time. You know, it doesn't matter who else you put on that stage. Ian Machado Garry will pull the headlines.
Perfect. Appreciate you, boys. All the best.
No worries. Ian, thanks for your time, bud. And as always,
stay energized.
Energize show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.